In the beginning, it was the ICO rumble. Later, it was DeFi, then meme coins. In between, we had trades button in the Discord community, everybody making the big bucks. If that wasn't you, have no fear, for the fifth alt awakening is here. And we're going to celebrate it together by making lots of money. First up, how to ride these waves. The ridiculous repeating riches-riddled rhythms. Ladies and gentlemen, here goes. Hit that like button on your way. You'll find the comments section. Plop in a little message if you enjoy the video. Act 1, the calm before the storm. Or is it a clown parade? Once again, those waters are still, and still waters run deep. I should know. I'm Rocky Outcrop's brother, Bitcoin, sitting at the top of his tree, or perhaps on a dusty throne, sulking like a monarch, neither raging nor resting, just staring blankly into space, not responding even to its own name. Ethereum is out the back on the patio having a smoke. Altcoins, they're slouching. And are those altcoins now just dreaming? As you see them lying in the corner like a dog, waving their legs, yet they're on their side, snoring. Is this just a false dawn? Is it, as BMJ said, either the start of a journey to the promised land, or are we heading back down to the bedrock? Well, those alts still slouching, still hungover, but we've seen this play before, haven't we, ladies and gentlemen? Alt season isn't born from Cam. It's summoned like a badly written villain in a blockbuster movie by a 1, 2, 3 punch of market rotation, boredom and unspent hope. The unholy trinity of speculation rushes in all at once. So what were the signs back then when it all first began in history's hall of hype? It was that ICO inferno. What's different now? That was onboarding via Ethereum and launching all those altcoins, sucking down that dominance, despite the overall enthusiasm in the market. The original sin, those ICOs. Ethereum was birthing tokens like a rabbit with a Red Bull problem. Coins with white papers, so vague they could have been haikus. Yet everything was pumping. It was so off-putting, I stepped away from a very legitimate project to do something that had a little bit more oomph in terms of changing the world. The markers of that particular season was Bitcoin dominance, dropping like keys you just picked up from lava. They've melted, man. They're useless and they're going to hurt you. Stay well away. Those ICOs raised billions and billions of dollars from buzzwords like a decentralized Uber or blockchain VR and AI mesh, all of which mean absolutely nothing. Like a crescending flood, a lahar of money rushing into shitcoins. Like climate change had just come to crypto. Now they've chucked helicopters into the mix. Wow. No struggle to get around in London, I'll tell you that. In 2020, 2021, we saw the DeFi delirium and the meme coin mayhem. Those were the next instigators of a rise. We got smarter as a trading community, or so we thought at least. We had all sorts of things to look at, including the TLV, the total value locked on any one particular chain, the governance tokens that gave us all control, and the Ponzi economic perfection that came from some tokenomics. There was DeFi pumps, and we might see some of those again with the really serious coins like YFI, AAVE, and SNX. There was a meme surge. DOGE led the war cry. SHIB followed with the cavalry. Funny cavalry on their little dogs. Cultural markers back then. The TikTok kids were doing DOGE dances and the billionaires were barking on Twitter. Certainly not bending with the irises. The signposts where gas fees on Ethereum got higher than Snoop Dogg in a sauna. Yield farms were offering stupid returns like 69,420% APR, and Ethereum dominance was soaring. Then it waned as those alts picked up the final embrace of that pump. And there was a privacy pump with exchange explosions and layer 1 mania. All of these on-chain and in particular sector signals are useful to look at. We're going to keep an eye on ZEC, XMR, and DASH. The libertarian trinity of shadow coins, but those are all old news, and privacy is a useful and valuable utility to have when everything you own is on-chain, therefore traceable. A degree of privacy will be necessary, and the platform of choice is COMETH, who are working with the European Union to set up crypto banking facilities. BNB, FTT, and KCS, those casino chips disguised as utility, they also made a bit of a push. Sol, AVAX, Luna, before its spectacular funeral, were all pushed to be Ethereum killers with slick sideshows. Turned out they were all mini sidekicks. The lesson: each sector will have its season. Each season has its own siren. What sparks this siren? What drives the stupidly profitable bubbles in crypto? Number one is boredom from the big boys. When Bitcoin meanders and Ethereum starts mouth breathing, attention does tend to drift. People want fireworks, not LED candles. The rule is that all season starts when Bitcoin keeps moving but is chilled, and Ethereum, having made a big move, breaks out but fails to thrill. Then you see the rotational rebirth of the altcoin market, a lazy river with ADHD that likes to stop and stare. Money falls, then flails, then flows again. Bitcoin, Ethereum, majors, mid-caps, micros, memes, and then death. The cycle will end and come again. You don't want to be caught in your pajamas when everybody else is leaving the party. Ride early, rotate often, respect the rhythm in the markets. Watch this video back, especially the last couple of minutes, and see that rotation and the magic. And then let's put it all together, because the first coin to make it to narrative is the one that wins the day. Not the best tech, not the best team. Narrative is nitroglycerin. DeFi, AI, NFTs, RWAs, that's real world assets. It doesn't matter if it's useful. That just sounds useful to someone who has cash. That's what matters. The first to the narrative wins the wallet. Virality is much more important than viability. This is crypto and altcoins. We're not here looking for really good board members. Safe Moon Flu, PEPE, that rank piece of crap adopted by sections of political societies. It popped, even Whiff wagged its tail. We had a good laugh with that on Discord, Rocky and BMJ in particular. The use cases for those coins was completely irrelevant. I'm sure there was one or is one or something, but I don't care. Do you care? Attention is the only asset that matters in an alt season. So the rule here is you're not investing in the tech, you're not investing in the team. You're speculating on symbols and making moves based off the charts. Sector surfing strategies can help you pick those charts out. The liquidity labyrinth, it starts quite subtly. Total locked value picks up. Protocols start bribing voters via those governance tokens, and then boom, the compounders jump in, the lockers, the loopers ignite, and you get those huge moves when liquidity is restricted. Your approach to making the most of this opportunity should be to be an early sniffer, right? You can be the early bird and get those worms. You used to get worms from eating too much sugar. Now Trump's stuffing it back in every can of Coke. Early sniffers of the on-chain flows will have a better opportunity for seeing those reliable signals on the charts and vice versa. So watch for consistency on those charts and take your turn. Maybe you want to focus on one particular chart, and the paid side of crypto is incredible. Merrick, Minner, BMJ, Rocky Outcrop, absolutely killing it over there. Make the most of that room. It's one of the best places in the world for crypto right now. The write-up Rocky wrote on how to trade the alt season is spectacular. Get yourself into the Ethereum thread. I'd show it here, but I don't quite have a signal at the moment to pull it up. So remember, help each other, exit before the emissions euthanize the entire ecosystem of the coin. Remember, with meme coins, there's a madness magnet and people get sucked in. So make sure it doesn't just happen to you because you're at the edge, but instead because it's the right time. If it barks, brays or babbles, and the dev has a telegraph team, then it could 10x. It just has to have a name that people can remember. Your approach is to enter fast, exit faster, and stay updated. If you pick a particular chart for yourself to focus on over the next wee while, you can add value to others, even if that trade isn't open or taken, and they can do the same for you. Stick to those memes with momentum. Look for community first. An important lesson for live person. Code, maybe that comes second. Probably not. Probably it doesn't ever come. Community, that's first. That makes the difference. Privacy coins, these are a lurking legacy that could really spike on any headline at all. In the middle of a bull run, a headline about privacy is going to attract people to legitimate options which have taken favor of institutions and regulations, and COTI is one of those. So watch for regulations, bans, and chaos, because intervention from exchanges into these privacy coins doesn't necessarily knock their volume, trading volume down, nor their price. Your approach isn't to marry any asset you invest in, especially not crypto, especially not coins. Just flirt, but do it with a great degree of fear. Accumulate during silence, sell when you feel suspicious, keep those take profits tight. If it's not your entire position, then you're following with a stop. With exchange tokens, don't bother betting against the house. They always pump at some stage in the altcoin cycle. BNB, absolute beast. And a few folks did well on that. Shout out to you. Those were good times. FTT, also a beast until it wasn't. Oh my God. You have to keep those stops tight. Approach with exchange coins. Bet with the exchange, not against them. Watch the volume. Watch the token burns. Also, of interest, layer 1 tokens, scalable sirens. They'll be driving a lot of the narrative as this alt season progresses. Every bull run births a new Ethereum killer. Few of them survive, but they have stories to sell. The approach with those is to invest in the ecosystem, not the coin itself. If it's a popular exchange, then likely it's going to benefit through trading activity with its own token. They offer reduced fees, so you hold it for a while. It saves you money on your other trading. You try to do that during the period of an altcoin boom, and you make sure to keep the fees lows while you're getting capital appreciation from that exchange token. Also keeping your stock close to price as it moves to the top side. Track the developer activity on those exchange tokens. If it's healthy and positive and frequent, then there's less likely to be a hack, also providing you some security or peace of mind with regards to your trading platform. And yes, there will be newcomers in the altcoin space. There will be real world asset tokenization. There will be AI of the same. Roll-ups and restaking will be all the rage from new traders who've no idea about the dangers and scams. There's plenty of fresh meat on this alt season's platter, and not all of it is those new traders. Some of it is liquidity restrictions and hype around specific sectors at specific times. As the market develops, as the cycle continues, as the rotation meets your expectations, watch Athena, Pendle, FET, AGIX. These aren't just coins, they're bait for more narrative, and the narratives move the markets. First to narrative, first to the wallet. You also have to decode the dominance. Now, that's the chart you've seen in the background there, or have you? I may have covered it up with my fantastic picture. Yes, I have. As we remove that, but keep me on the screen, you can see failure swing, when they're called out, 4-hour time frame. You had the high, you had the divergence, you had the failure, the confirmation, price action fell back down. It reached to its target, sitting there at the minute. And this is why we see a pause. So it's not always 100% full steam 24/7. Sometimes there's that little bit hesitation before the big move. And that really tells us that a lot of froth is oncoming, because this is a period of consolidation after a strong move. That confirmed on the dominance charts itself due for a retracement to the mean. Others, and also excellent resource, check out that chart, others. And another chart regarding that others, such a strong favorite from nuanced serious traders there. There's another one. Ask me on Discord what the others chart is, and I'll tell you all about the others. It's your altimeter, your other altimeter. If it's climbing, it's the fun phase. Probably the fatally fun one. Rule of thumb, Bitcoin spikes, Ethereum wakes up, don't have enough thumbs, alts then moon, big poop, there's some rug pulls, and everything dies. So keep your eye out for the rug pulls. They're a little bit of a warning bell. Learn that dance or you'll get your face danced on, and they're not taking off their shoes. This is 1990s culture. The community compass, that guides you. Not just our community, though it is the best, and you know that yourself from the people you share it with. You can chart candles till your corneas turn crisp, and mine are about to frickin' melt out of my face. There is no cheat code, but there is an answer, and it's people, and those people are you. This is, as I say, the 5th time we've been around this carousel. Traders in the Discord have turned tacticians, degens have learned discipline, and the teachers have got some seriously sharp teeth. So if you're on the premium side, lean in. Those legends won't hold your hand, but they will hand you a map. There's frameworks, there's spreadsheets, there's a rhythm to the rotation. There's discipline disguised as memes, and I want to see all of you guys that are recommitting over the next period to be contributing to others in a similar way that we do here on the channel. Frameworks, spreadsheets, the rotational rhythm, and that discipline. Tell us it in a meme. Don't just follow the trades, follow the thinking of those traders. This and Discord is your toolkit. Watch this video multiple times. I can't remember what I've said, but I know that the things that I tell you about are useful, and I've had an order, and I think I'm sticking to it. At this point, we're in or around DeFi, L1 infrastructure, talking about top moonshots and the memes. There are rules to that rotation. Enter early, exit stronger, rotate gains. Don't get greedy in any one coin. Don't ride your winner right to the top and then take it for a round trip all the way back down again. Use heat, social heat, as a signal. Not gospel. Most people are idiots, but most people have most of the money. Exit existentially early. This is your life we're talking about here. Sell too soon. Who cares, right? You'll probably come out on top from doing that. Still holding after an 80% retracement? That's not good trading. Take the course, www.technicalanalysis.school. Many people wait to absorb those losses before spending that money on something that'll last them for life. Tell me about it, how much that can compound the feeling of loss after a bad trade when you should have been spending the money learning how to trade with someone like me and my brother who's genuinely interested in your success. Respect the rhythm, not just mine, but the markets. You don't need to chase every pump. You need just to be in the right moves, just the right ones. Now, there is a flame. I'm lighting it now, but I'm not trying to catch you into FOMO. I'm talking about the coming froth. Beneath the chaos, feel the cadence, ride the moves. BMJ's charts will help you. If you're new, start small, learn fast, and commit the funds that you'd otherwise lose to learning how to trade. Listen more than you type. Type as much as you can. If you're old, teach others and share. If you've been here before, you're a veteran, put your skills to good use, helping others who'll help you. They'll follow those trends you miss, and stay liquid. Stay liquid. When the music stops, only people with a plan will be left in profit, because it cuts quite abruptly. Sharpen your chart, sharpen your skills, and steady your hands. Click. Don't trust anything that pumps 40% in less than a day, unless it also comes with a punchline, in which case you'll likely see 140% tomorrow. The alt season cometh. This is a big, big chance.